Alright, hello. I'm Stephanie Martinez, and we're here with Amanda Thomas. Alright, so Amanda, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, what's your occupation and your age?
I am a sophomore here at Baylor. I am 19. My major is journalism, news editorial track, with another major in art history.
Alright, so let's start at the beginning. Where were you born?
I was born in Long Beach, California,
Okay.
and then I moved from Long Beach to Irving, which is like a suburb of Dallas, when I was around 5. And the reason we moved to Irving was my dad got a job at the airport, and he flew down and he was like scoping out the area for us. My dad was like, this is where we're going to move. I'm not going to look anywhere else to live. So we're right next to the airport.
Alright, so how did you settle in after moving? Was it alright?
I settled in fine. I ended up everything was really like easy. We were right next to the airport where my dad worked, and then I went to a private school right across the street from where we lived.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then, so I guess the biggest adjustment was when I finally went off to public school, which wasn't too bad. I adjusted pretty well.
That's good. So, how was high school for you? What were you involved in? What were your passions and hobbies?
In high school, I was involved in, I was on the dance team. I was editor-in-chief of the newspaper. I was on the debate team, and I participated in some UIL activities.
Yeah. Okay. So, you said that you now reside in Dallas with your
Yes.
family.
Yes.
So that's about like an hour away from Baylor?
Yeah.
So what do you think is like the best and the worst part of being so close to Baylor?
I feel like most students, when they go off to college, they want to move someplace different. It's like, I grew up here and now it's time for me to go on somewhere, different.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I kind of missed out on that. But Waco's a lot different from Dallas, so I do kind of feel like I'm really far away from home.
Mm-hmm.
I do like being so close to my mom and my dad and my brother and all my friends, so if anything, I can call them. Like when I first moved in this year, I called my friend and I was like, well, my roommates aren't here yet, I'm lonely, and my friend was like, well, I'll just drive down.
Oh,
it's like an hour away.
Nice.
So she just drove down, so, it's nice.
Yeah. Yep, that's the best of both worlds.
Yes.
Alright, so you mentioned your brothers.
Yes.
So how many siblings do you have?
I have 2 younger brothers. One of my younger brothers is 15, but he's like 6 foot, so it doesn't even matter. And then I have a half brother who's 7, who lives with my dad.
And are you pretty close with your siblings?
No, I'm very close with my siblings. I probably have more inside jokes with my siblings than I do with my friends.
Oh, so, that's good. That's really good. Okay, so and your parents?
Oh no, I'm very close to both of my parents. Very close.
Okay. And you said that your siblings, you live with one of your siblings?
Yes, I live with my sibling that's 15 and my mom, and my half brother lives with my stepmom and my dad.
Okay, so your parents are divorced?
Yes.
Okay. And so that was okay, like when your parents divorced?
Yeah, it was, my parents thought it was really strange because I coped with it a little too well. So they were like, okay, is she crazy? But no, it was totally fine.
Good. Alright. And so, do you wish you had a bigger family, or do you wish you weren't the oldest, or you had a sister?
Sometimes I wish, like, most of the time, I'm really happy to be the only girl and I'm happy to have a small family. But sometimes when I watch, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like, do their big family and all the fun they have, I'm like, well, I wish I had sisters, and then I soon would realize I don't want sisters.
So, why is that?
I like the attention to be on me, so I enjoy
the only girl.
Being the only girl.
Okay. So, how did you end up at Baylor after high school?
Well, I had applied to all these different schools, and then when it came down, there was Baylor, a school called St. John's in Queens, New York. And so I visited St. John's in Queens, New York, and the person I stayed with was so mean and so horrible about St. John's, and was like, oh, I hate it, don't come here, don't come here. And so I came to Baylor, and everyone was like, oh, hi, welcome to Baylor. So polite. And so I was like, oh, chicken Baylor.
So you applied to all those schools on the East Coast?
Yes, I applied to NYU, Columbia, St. John's, and then I applied to some schools, other places too.
Okay. So why did you want to go to a school on the East Coast?
I kind of feel like there's a little bit more opportunity on the East Coast, especially for someone that wants to work with like, um, news and magazines and stuff. It's a little bit more opportunity.
All right, so talking about Baylor, what is one expectation about Baylor or college in general that you had coming into your freshman year, but that was totally wrong?
I guess I always thought that going to school with like your best friend was like the best thing ever. Like, oh, that's awesome, go to school with your best friend. Not, do not advise it to anyone. Not a good thing. Bad things will happen to your friendship with that person, to other things around you. But luckily, my friend was like, I'm not gonna go here anymore until he went somewhere else. So we're still friends. So it saved the friendship.
Okay. All right, gotcha. So what are you involved in at Baylor?
I am currently involved in the Latin Dance Society.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, I want to do that. How do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I really like it. I've danced for pretty much my entire life, and so I was like, I want to do something different, but still dance. So I did Latin dance.
So do you have a favorite dance, or I mean, not just in Latin dance, but like a favorite style?
Ballet for sure.
Okay. So speaking about dance, hobbies and interests, dance is of course one of them. What are some others?
I collect Vogues and teen Vogues. I've like them packed, in my room. And then I do enjoy reading. I enjoy going to the museum, looking at art, looking at things from different perspectives. I love going to the movies. And definitely talking about movies afterward on like a deeper level.
Yeah. Okay. So if you had to pick one hobby that you had to sort of do for the rest of your life, I know, it's intimidating, terrible, but which one do you think you would pick?
Probably would be dance.
Dance. Why?
Because dance can be seen as an art form, dance can be seen as a film form, dance is something that, crosses all different lines, and it's active, and there's so many different varieties of dance, and so I think it would keep me busy for the rest of my life.
Alright, so you definitely still dance, you do
Yes.
Latin dance. Do you take any HPs in dance? Or?
No, I want to though, but I haven't yet.
Okay, but do you plan to?
Yes, I do plan to.
Gotcha. And do you have any dance inspirations or like Martha Graham or anything?
Oh. That's actually a really, I guess, I really never was like the person that like looked at different dancers for things, but I definitely like looking at, I guess probably music would be my biggest inspiration for dance, because I can visualize different movements while listening to music.
Okay. And alright, so speaking about dance, I know you talked about dream jobs and like future plans.
Yeah.
You wanted to have a dance studio for children?
Yes, my dream job would be to be editor-in-chief of Vogue, and then on the side have a non-for-profit dance studio that taught kids that couldn't afford dance classes, because dance classes can be really expensive.
So would you focus on one kind of dance, or would you teach all, or like a whole wide range of dances?
I would like to focus on ballet, but not everyone's into ballet, so I do all different types of dance to accommodate everyone.
Alright, that's cool. Alright, so you are a journalism major and an art history major. So how do you think that your art history major will play into your future career plans, like your dream job at like wanting to work at Vogue?
I think that I really like art history, and I really enjoy history, and I really enjoy art, so together it's like awesome. And so I feel like it will definitely be able, like for instance, it's New York Fashion Week right now, and so when I go and I have to report on all the different trends, it's nicer to look at something and not just go, oh, I really like the black pants. It's better to go, oh, I feel like this is inspired by the Renaissance and how this drapes and this and that. I feel like it makes your writing a little bit more richer.
So you feel like you can bring the art aspect into your sort of magazine work ethic. All right, got you. That's great. All right, well, thank you for taking the time to interview me.